So Minecraft just accidentally leaked something? Mojang has always tried to add mystery to the world and how everything got there. Who made the ancient city? What's this thing? What are trail ruins, temples? Really everything is supposed to be up to the player to imagine. And in the latest Snapshots release article, they said, who built the abandoned camp? Clearly playing into this. But then on Bedrock Edition, when you go to turn on the drop, it says, explore a new surface biome and find the wandering trader's hidden stashes spread throughout the world. What? Did the wandering trader invent the whole Minecraft world? Minecraft just announced that the spear will have longer reach than the sword, something that completely breaks PvP, but I think means we're getting a combat update, because this has never happened before. Almost. In 2019 and 2020, we had combat test snapshots, changing things like attack cooldown, reach, and knockback for various weapons, along with a bunch of other stuff, but these changes were never implemented, and combat, specifically attack cooldown, has remained the biggest difference between Java and Bedrock ever since. But there's something else. When the spears attack, instead of the normal cooldown you'd see for weapons like the axe, the cooldown is similar to that of an ender pearl, which could mean cooldown for all the other weapons are finally being brought to Bedrock Edition. You can X-ray with cushions. Place a cushion next to a wall and a stair above it. And now you're done. You can sit on the cushion and see caves and entities through the stair. If you add a stair here, it increases your visibility, and placing even more like this lets you see a ton, so you can set up two of these next to each other and pretty much see a full 360 around you, making for one of the best— oh my god, what can't these things do? Are we serious? It just keeps going. How many days? This is a grass half slab in vanilla Minecraft, and this is a diamond slab. Or at least, that's what it looks like. Because if you put a block in a sulfur cube and splash it with invisibility, it just looks like a regular block that you can punch around. Combine that with a slab underneath, and you have a new slab texture. Now, this one spawned with commands to make it not move or show invis particles, but the innovation that'll come with this in survival and creative is gonna be crazy. The brown mushroom is the best animal in Minecraft, and most people don't even know it exists, let alone what it does. It can spawn when two red mushrooms breed, once every 1,000 times, but can also convert when a red mushroom gets struck by lightning, so pretty easy to do with the channeling enchantment. First, it does everything a cow does, drops leather and raw beef, or steak when killed on fire, and you can get milk with a bucket. Then it does everything a mushroom does, meaning you can milk it with a bowl for infinite mushroom stew, and shear it back to a cow, dropping 5 mushrooms, which are brown instead of red. But there's one feature exclusive to brown mushrooms, a third liquid you can squeeze from its udders. You can feed it a small flower, then use a bowl and get suspicious stew, and the effect it gives you is based off the flower you feed it, meaning with a simple flower farm, infinite fire resistance, regeneration, or saturation stew. This is the new best cobblestone generator, made with just an extra slab, stair, and wall, and is far better than the classic design. Last time I talked about how 25% of cobblestone just burns in lava in the classic generator, and asked for your help in creating a better design. A lot of people mentioned putting the lava further away so it was smaller near the generator, but it didn't do too much because all the cobble that fell this way still burned. But then I got a message. Turns out if you put a wall underneath this low lava, since it's technically a block and a half tall, you can just walk over it and not be touching the lava. And this also applies to items. Now, they are smaller and can slip through the cracks on the corners, but doing this paired with covering it up, a waterlogged stair for the water, and a half slab lower breaking point to be closer to the items, you retain 95% of the cobblestone you break, the best possible without redstone. How to make a horse speed test with 11 logs and 15 redstone. Place 14 blocks in a line with redstone on top and one extending off of it with a pressure plate by its side. Then on the opposite end, place 7 consecutive fence gates facing perpendicular like this. And you're done. Line the horse up perfectly straight and run over the pressure plate towards the gates. Then just mark where the horse got stopped. It might be useful to set up signs or different blocks as markers. If your horse doesn't even clear the first gate, it's below average and you should just find a wild one. And if it clears all the gates, it's nearly perfect. If you create a line of blocks flanked by pistons and place 2 observers to make them repeat, upon repeating the second piston, this might happen. Or this might happen. But when everything in the universe perfectly aligns, it enters the flow state. In some ways, they act like normal blocks. You can stand and walk around on them and even place paintings, and with the help of some other blocks, carpet on them. But in some ways, they're very different. If you do this with sand or gravel, they won't fall, but most importantly, with any blocks, you can interact through them, meaning mining, hitting players or mobs, or opening a secret chest that you can't even see. A question I've asked for years has been answered by Jeb. The Giant is a legendary mob, one of the first coded into Minecraft, essentially being a huge zombie dealing way more damage and having way more health, but it was never fully implemented in survival. Despite this, it's been summonable forever, for no reason. It can't even move, except for in 2018, where it was given zombie AI, meaning it could move around and even had a baby variant and chicken jockey variant, but they reverted it back after a month. So the question is, why? I've been pondering this for years, and Jeb finally responded on Blue Sky. Honestly, I don't know. With a regular cobblestone generator, 25% of the cobble you mine just burns in lava, which leads many players to use pistons to mine safely. But what if you don't have any redstone? I heard people say removing the block beneath it helps, so I mined 1,000 cobblestone twice. I picked up 751 normally and 768 without a bottom block, but that's just a 1% different, and I think it's random variance. But then I blocked off the top of the lava, which brought the number to 845. Increasing by 10%. And despite many attempts, I couldn't pass this 85% mark, so I'm challenging you guys to find the best cobblestone generator designed to retain cobble without redstone or any tricks. Minecraft's newest enchantment, Lunge, is very weird. It's only on the spear and makes you dash when you jab, which is really cool. You can lunge super far by doing it while jumping and use it at the same time as the charge attack to one-shot mobs. But it has one major problem. Take a look at me using this Lunge 3 wooden spear. Did you see it? The spear broke from full durability. This is because a Lunge 3 dash does 128 durability, meaning even with a netherite spear, you get 16 lunges. Now that does go to 66 with Unbreaking 3, so it doesn't seem that bad until you realize you can't combine it with mending, just like Infinity on bows. This makes it pretty mid, and Lunge already nullifies the long-range aspect of the jab attack, so I don't think it'd be OP if they just removed the durability stuff. The Minecraft Movie 2 was just announced. Minecraft just posted on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok this image saying, "Building terrain. See you in theaters July 23rd, 2027. Hashtag Minecraft." The picture is 2 pickaxes on a crafting table and was cross-posted on official Minecraft movie accounts with Warner Bros. And Legendary, so it's definitely the second Minecraft movie. Now, this isn't a surprise because the first one was a huge success and they intentionally called it a Minecraft movie, but this poster may have more than meets the eye. The pickaxe has these weird purple lights coming from it, which is maybe an enchantment glint, or maybe they're teasing the end update. Oh my god! There's a new rarest item in Minecraft. I'm not joking. The latest snapshots added Nautiluses and Nautilus armor. Just like horse armor, they aren't craftable, besides leather horse armor, but that's where the similarities end. Unlike horse armor, where in whatever chest they come in, all the variants have equal or relatively high odds of spawning, with Nautilus armor, it's very unbalanced. They spawn in all shipwreck chests, underwater ruin chests, and buried treasures with the same odds, about 11% for copper, 5% for iron, 3% for gold, and a 1% chance for diamond Nautilus armor, making it the rarest chest loot in the entire game. Now, these are some of the most common chests, but you need to search 100 to get one with decent luck. And it doesn't end there, because then you need to go to the Nether, get a rare netherite upgrade template from a bastion, get the netherite itself, and upgrade it to netherite Nautilus armor. And I'm going live on Twitch tonight and not ending stream until I get it. We have some new rarest mobs in Minecraft. That's because of the golden dandelion, a new item that when fed to a baby animal keeps it a baby forever. That brings us to the baby squid, glow squid, dolphin, and polar bear, all of which have babies but can't breed, meaning they only spawn naturally during world generation, and you have to find one and feed it a golden dandelion before it grows up. Polar bears are easier because they spawn as babies more commonly, but specifically baby glow squids and dolphins are super rare. Mojang just added the rarest music disc in Minecraft. It's called Bounce and sounds pretty cool. But to get it, first you need to find a sulfur cave, which are already pretty small and sparse, but on top of that, find an abandoned mineshaft that intersects with it, but on top of that, find a minecart chest inside. This chest will still only have a 42% chance to have bounce, but can actually have multiple. What's the rarest fact in Minecraft? You might think it's that you used to be able to milk squids, that this is what Minecraft mobs used to look like, or that under this structure in a snowy village there's a single misplaced stone brick, but these aren't even close, cause YouTubers like Camman18 have popularized them. The rarest fact in Minecraft is the origin of Mabo. In snapshot 23W13A or B, the 2023 April Fool's snapshot, there's a proposal to keep ignoring Mabo, which when voted on just plays a kazoo sound. So who is Mabo? Well, this is him. He's a reoccurring character on the Minecraft YouTube channel whose voice is a kazoo, first showing up in this video as an example of how they make new mobs, but this isn't his true origin. For that, we have to go back to 2010. A user named McClee, who wore a pig skin, made a video called Why Pigmen Are Win, and eventually convinced Notch to add the pigmen to the game. Well, in this video, he shows this pink guy with gray outward-facing eyes spewing lava out of its mouth, and a decade later, in Mabo's introduction, he's a pink guy with gray outward eyes spewing lava out of his mouth with a pig next to him. And 3 years later, he was mentioned in the actual game.